Good morning. Welcome to another beautiful sunny morning. I'll just give this a couple of minutes to see if anyone's going to join me live. Good morning. I'm guessing that may well be Bradley and Kathy, because you've both joined me already in the meditation, the Tree of Light meditation over in the Making Space group, which was so lovely to see you both there. Oh, Leslie, it's you. Lovely to see you. So I'll just give it another moment or two. So it's beautifully sunny again today, and I think just in shot there, we've got Muppet having her latest siesta. You can probably hear the birds as well. I've got the door open this morning. So this morning is the last of these 9:30 live meditations. It is number 55, and I still don't know quite how that happened. It was a spontaneous idea back in March that kind of took off, and I'm profoundly grateful to you for joining me, whether you've been here since the beginning or whether you've only just discovered it, or whether you're watching later on replay, because all of these meditations will remain on my blended therapy page, so that if you found that this is something that you really want to continue to do, you can obviously go back and revisit any of the meditations. I've made a point of making a comment on each one so that you have some idea what it's addressing. And of course, this is the beginning of a meditation practice. If you're used to sitting down at a certain time of day now and meditating, particularly if this is something you haven't done before, then please do keep it up, whether it's by revisiting my meditations, whether it's by working with somebody else, finding some other guided meditations. There are lots and lots of other ways of doing this, lots of apps that are really, really helpful. Insight meditation is a great one, Headspace, Calm. And of course, although I'm not going to be doing this particular practice, I'm going to be showing up on a very regular basis in the Making Space group that I've just set up. So do come along and be a founding member of that group. At the moment, it's evolving, and I'm sharing not only meditations like this, hi Bradley, but also some moving meditations, and I'll be sharing lots of the different things that help me to make space in my life, and the practices that are so important for all of us if we're going to continue to hold on to the space that we have been, so many of us, able to make, whether it's a large amount or just a tiny amount, in this 3-month period when many aspects of the world simply stopped. So if you'd like to find a way of holding on to that for the longer term, and you think it would be helpful to do that with other people in a similar situation, hi Helen, then come and join us in the group. So this morning, as has become a little bit of a tradition over at least the last few weeks, I'm going to use the space today, this space, for chanting. Chanting is something that is very important to me. It's a very key part of my practice. I find at times, particularly if I'm struggling to sit and meditate in silence and just watch my breath, chanting is a wonderful way of bringing myself into my body. There are lots and lots of different ways of chanting, and I enjoy lots of different ways, but what I've been sharing here, and the main thing I've been training in myself, is Vedic chanting, which is Sanskrit words from traditional Vedic teaching, the ancient yogic teachings, or the ancient teachings that underpin the yogic philosophy. And this morning's is usually known as the perfect prayer. It's taken from, sorry, I just realised I moved a bit, so I haven't got it right in front of me here. It's taken from one of the Upanishads, which are some of the ancient teachings that I've mentioned before. And this is in fact the opening of the Upanishad known as the Eesha Upanishad. And one of the best known translations of this is this little book, and in which goes through 10 of the key Upanishads. There's many, many of them. And in this book, this is the very first paragraph of the very first text. This book is actually a translation by a yogic teacher, Shree Purohit Swami, and the poet W.B. Yeats. So the translations are beautiful. I'm going to just read you through their translation in English. I'm then going to chant 3 times, and then we'll sit silently together, and I'll then chant again 3 times at the end to bring us back and complete this series of morning meditations. And I've lost the page. There we go. That is perfect. This is perfect. Perfect comes from perfect. Take perfect from perfect. The remainder is perfect. May peace and peace and peace be everywhere. So for me, this is about the idea of perfect imperfection, that we and everything in our lives is perfectly imperfect. So I invite you, as always, to find your feet, to find that connection with the earth, down through your feet, down through your sitting bones. That connection, that grounding that allows the spine to find a little space, lets the shoulders release a little and the head simply rest on the spine. If you haven't already done so, let your eyes close gently or soften your gaze, resting your focus downwards. Om pūrnamadah pūrnamidam pūrnāt pūrnamudachyate pūrnasya pūrnamādāya pūrnamevāvaśisyate. Om śāntih, śāntih, śāntih. Om pūrnamadah pūrnamidam pūrnāt pūrnamudachyate pūrnasya pūrnamādāya pūrnamevāvaśisyate. Om śāntih, śāntih, śāntih. Om pūrnamadah pūrnamidam pūrnāt pūrnamudachyate pūrnasya pūrnamādāya pūrnamevāvaśisyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you notice your mind has drifted, distracted, just notice where it's gone. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Knowing that just as it is perfect. Om Pūrnamadah pūrnamidam pūrnāt pūrnamudachyate pūrnasya pūrnamādāya pūrnamevāvaśisyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Pūrnamadah pūrnamidam pūrnāt pūrnamudachyate pūrnasya, pūrnamādāya, pūrnamevāvaśisyate. Om śāntih, śāntih, śāntih. Om pūrnamadah, pūrnamidam, pūrnāt, pūrnamudachyate, pūrnasya, pūrnamādāya, pūrnamevāvaśisyate. Om śāntih, śāntih, śāntih. This is perfect. That is perfect. Perfect comes from perfect. Take perfect from perfect. The remainder is perfect. May peace and peace and peace be everywhere. Those words don't just start this little book, they end it as well. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey over the last few months, and I really look forward and hope to see you all making space in your lives, and if you choose to do that by joining my group, I would love to see you. Thank you, and take very good care of yourselves.